tuned in to Bulldog 580 Sports. This is Buzzin Cousins.
Go. All right, welcome to Two Cousins Buzzin. We got Eric and we got Jeff. Adam is indisposed, I guess.
I think he's doing laundry right now.
Oh yeah, well, enjoy that for him. He should go out and get married. Comes with a free washing machine.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
All right, well, Cubs or not Cubs? I'm sorry, that's another subject.
Yeah,
Bears
another sore subject for the future.
franchise tag today for the extensions. Allen Robinson didn't sign.
I'm not surprised at that.
I'm not either. It's very disappointing. It's been a lot of people want to blame coach and God, what's his name, Pace. It ain't just these guys. It's gone back a long while, and he's not the first one that's been good that they've just let go. I mean, yeah, he's playing under the tag, but eventually, you know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, eventually. I was reading up reports. He's looking for around $20 million a year. And the thing about it is with the tag right now, he's making 17.88 with the tag. It's not much of a difference.
Yeah, they got a new quarterback, Fields. I'd want some type of experienced receiver with them, at least the first couple years.
I would too. I think I'm going to go with Allen Robinson's train of thought. Train of thought is he's had bad experience with the last couple of years with the Bears, Mitch Trubisky, and now I don't think he's signing for the sole purpose of the Bears' track record in quarterbacks. Now, granted, Fields could be great. He could be every other Bears quarterback that we thought was great and not produce. That being said, you're going into the season with Andy Dalton as your quarterback. Do you really want to take a chance and sign for a long-term deal, knowing that there's a possibility that Andy Dalton might be the quarterback next year too?
Yeah, there is that chance. You know, I don't like the franchise tag. I never have, especially on a player side. Why, like you said, why would you want to sign it? You know, but why should they be forced to play under it? I think they should have signed him during last season to an extension before they really torqued him off. I think it was September last year. They kind of spread the bridge there. That gap got bigger.
Yeah, because they didn't want to discuss contract during the season when the season started.
Yeah, sometimes you may want to do that, especially, you know, he's what, 1,000-yard receiver the last 2 years with the quarterbacks they've had.
And he's only 26 years old. He's in the prime of his career.
Yeah, they could sign him to a 4-year deal if he would take it. You know, $20 million a year isn't that far off what he's getting right now. Yeah, he's not the first. I mean, especially receivers. How many receivers the Bears just kind of let go?
Oh, who's the one that went to Minnesota? Bernard Berrian.
Bernard Berrian. Alshon Jeffrey went to Philly.
Alshon Jeffrey with Philadelphia.
Willie Gault.
Yeah, Los Angeles, the Raiders.
You know, I think the one really good one they had was Curtis Conway, and he wouldn't have been that good on a lot of other teams.
No, he also didn't have any. He was good, like you said. He was one of the better Bears quarterbacks or Bears wide receivers, but he didn't have the quarterbacks. He would have been mediocre on any other team. The fact that they just completely tossed it to him is why he was so good with us. And he had, what, 1 or 2 good years?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It goes back a long while. I mean, Phillips is still running financials. They have the whole, hey, we'll get a couple of free agents in there. We'll get hope to the fans. And then, you know, we do go spend our money and go pack the stadium to help make the money. Not me. I'll watch them on TV.
I'm the same way. You get the best seat of the house right in front of your TV. You could pause it if you need to and go right back to it.
Yeah, pause it, yell, throw the remote, then put the remote back together, hit play. You know,
I've tried not yelling at the TV numerous times, as my wife is laughing at me because I don't succeed into that because I yell at the TV constantly.
yeah, that's part of the life of being a Bears fan. I mean,
I need one of those foam bricks like my dad used to have, so I could just throw it without breaking anything.
yeah, but then sometimes someone may come by, get it wet, throw it in cement, and you'll never know. Boom.
This is true.
What else we got with the Bears? I mean, season's coming up. How many games you think Fields will play in?
Ooh, I think Andy Dalton starts the first 7 or 8 games. And if it's one of those where they are just lacking any sort of excitement, they're going to throw him in there. But I don't want to rush him. I don't want to throw him in there when he's not completely ready. Now, that being granted, but everybody said, even in college, he studies that book. He knows the offense before he even gets into a game. I think he'll be ready. But then again, it's the NFL, and you're also playing against the best of the best.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think he's going to play in more games than he starts. I think if they get some games out of control, even early, they bring him in, just see what he can do. But yeah, I would say probably the 8-game mark. If it's kind of a lost season, they probably play him more.
Yeah, get him some actual NFL experience. Even if he's throwing interceptions, even if he's making mistakes, let him get to the rest of the part of the season with that, knowing that it's a lost cause, so he has time to learn. Because, I mean, look at even Peyton Manning. Yeah, he had a first-grade season, but he still threw a shit ton of interceptions.
Yeah, well, I think Manning's first season was like 3 wins, so his first year wasn't that great.
Wasn't that great. He still had the stats. He just threw a lot of interceptions. He didn't have the
Fields will, but that goes right into a Bears quarterback.
Right. It's what's the difference between him and Trubisky? The fact that he actually might be able to hit a receiver in stride, or
that's
run the
hope.
ball. Who knows? Here's a subject that I got going with the Bears. Everybody that's been in the last month, moved to Arlington Heights. Do you support it, or you want them to stay at Soldier Field on the lake?
I think it's a ploy. I think like the White Sox back in the 80s, early 90s.
I think it was like 89. They were going to move to Tampa Bay.
St. Petersburg. Yeah. I think it's a ploy. It's possible they're buying that as a complex, maybe to replace Hallis Hall. Who really knows? But it'll get them some leverage. I would hate for them to leave Soldier Field, but God, that redesign, that's an ugly looking stadium inside.
Yeah, but then again, have you seen the game there yet?
Not in the new one.
In the new one, it is easy to see the field anywhere you sit, whereas a lot of the old Soldier Field seats, you felt like you were 2 miles away and you needed binoculars to see what was going on the other end of the field. So granted, it does look like a spaceship just landed into the old columns, but when you're watching a game, it's actually really good sight-wise.
Yeah, one day if, tickets ever come down, that ain't going to happen.
God, no.
What do you think about Nagy and Pace? You think they're back next year if they're close to a playoff team?
Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere. I just listening to the press conferences that ownership has had and everything. They're full boat with Pace and Nagy, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to keep them around longer, especially since you drafted Justin Fields. I think they're going to – it's almost like a redo, like let's see what Nagy could do with the quarterback that he actually likes. Because if you think about it, he inherited Mitch Trubisky when he got hired. And I
That's
don't
true.
truly think he was a true Mitch Trubisky fan off the get-go. I think it was ownership that was really pushing him and saying, you got to make this guy a star. You got to make this guy a star. But it's like putting lipstick on a pig. It's not going to change anything.
Well, you know, I'd put lipstick on a pig, make it good. Just make it some bacon, then it's even better.
Yeah. The Bears don't have any cooks in the kitchen, though.
No, not really. Yeah, Nagy was he was with Kansas City. He was a Mahomes guy.
He was a Mahomes guy.
When they got Trubisky. So he did inherit him. They may just tell him. But Pace, that was Pace's pick.
This is his redo for Trubisky. Will ultimately make or break whether he ever is a GM in the NFL ever again.
You know, I don't see him being a GM again because if he turns it around, you know, the Bears, they'll just ho-hum and keep going. And then he won't have to work again. If he tanks, then he definitely won't be.
No, going back to scouting. Like, what's his face? Phil Emery.
Yeah. You think they're going to run the ball more with Cohen hopefully being hurt? Cohen and oh God, what's his name? Montgomery.
You know what? I think at first they will because Andy Dalton really can't quarterback. So I think they're going to rely a lot on their running game. Not only that, but they did draft the 2 behemoth offensive linemen that are going to be starting, and I think they're going to want to see what these guys can do with the running game.
Yeah, that should be probably priority 1 because the less Dalton throws it, the less the other team can catch it.
Yeah, because he likes to throw it to the other team a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so where do you think they end up in the division? You know, before we get into our another recording, maybe Adam's on when we do our division picks. Where do you think the Bears end up?
I think they end up 3rd behind Green Bay and Minnesota. It all depends. If Green Bay is with Aaron Rodgers, they'll probably be near the top of the list. If not, I think Minnesota is going to take the top of it. Bears will be near the bottom, but not as bad as the Lions, especially since the Lions have Jared Goff now.
Yeah, they're starting over there too. So
yeah, and and Jared Goff sucks. So I don't see them being any good.
Yeah, I was thinking 3rd, at best 2nd, if Rodgers is gone.
Yeah, but even so, they're still going to have a losing record. If Rodgers is gone, I see the only team with a winning record in that division is the Vikings.
But they also have Cousins as their quarterback, so they can be completely bad at.
You know what? The more and more I watch Cousins, he's actually really good game manager. Unfortunately, he showed that ability against the Bears last year in the last game that they played against them, that he picked them apart.
Yeah, he's just too up and down. But
they got a full healthy team this year, so they'll have an offensive line, and they got Dalvin Cook, who's just a complete monster in the running game.
Yeah, and he kind of he was hurt a little last year too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if he's healthy, it's going to it's really going to boost their chances.
Okay, so now were you reading that off the cue card from the wife?
No, no, but since she is a Vikings fan, I do pay attention to the Vikings a lot more than I've ever had in my entire life.
All right, so we'll get you a Vikings jersey.
No.
Yes.
Okay. What else we got? I was hoping to hear the stadium story. I guess we'll just throw that in on a random one.
Yeah, we'll have to throw that out in the next episode when he gets in finally. Maybe he'll have a chance.
What do you think about Home Run Derby? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. Man, the balls were flying out of the stadium. It was nice to see, but in Colorado, you're going to get that. I was talking to Adam, and I told him, if they're going to do a Home Run Derby every year, they should just have one site that has the All-Star game and then just go right to Coors Field to do the home run derby because, man, those balls are flying.
They were.
That being said, the only thing I did not like about the home run derby is that they focused a lot of the in-player interviews and they made sure that they had to get it on camera so you could actually see the player talk. And it took away from the actual home run derby. I'm like trying to locate the ball, and the camera guy can't even locate it. They were all over the place. So maybe
Right.
next time,
Agreed.
don't have the player on. Have him as an interview, but just as audio, and just focus strictly on the home runs.
Yeah, you're right. I would agree on that. And a lot of times you said, yeah, the camera guy couldn't keep up. So you're trying to watch the other screen to see where the ball's going.
Right.
But he's about to put you in a seizure because he can't find it either.
He was all over the place. You need to focus on one thing. And I think having the split screen where you have interview here and home run derby here is just way too much going on.
Yeah, the audio would work a lot better. I loved it. I liked it a lot better than the All-Star game. All-Star game was pretty boring.
I thought the All-Star game was terrible. The uniforms were god awful. Adam liked them for some reason. I thought it looked like 70s double A All-Star uniforms.
I wish they'd go back to where, hey, National League's home team, they all wear their home unis.
I was just talking to Melissa about that. Said the same thing. Wear your home unis. Wear the home whites for the home team. The road team wears the road grays.
Yeah. Leave it at that. Represent your team. That's why you're there.
Right. And then maybe just do an all-star hat that everybody wears if you want to. But then again, it's Nike, and Nike really knows how to fuck up a lot of things when it comes to uniforms. It's all about
they had to make some money.
Circumstance, and let's see how much money we can make off of these god-awful uniforms.
Yeah.
I think back to the Oregon Ducks. Sponsored by Nike, they had a different uniform every game, and it's like every game it progressively got worse and worse. It's like, just stop already.
Well, the school probably ain't complaining because Nike's paying for all of it. Just like, hey, let us do this,
Yeah. Well, and they were good for the longest time. I mean, they were always winning the Pac-12 or close to winning the Pac-12.
Right. But well, I guess we may call it for the week this week, unless you got anything else.
I've got nothing. I'm looking forward to baseball starting up again. I think there's a game on tonight. Who plays? The Red Sox, I think.
Yeah, I think tonight would be the first game.
Yeah.
No, Sox Yankees. They got canceled. COVID. They got postponed.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So no game tonight.
Yeah, I think Yankees 3 or 5 somewhere in there tested positive.
Gotcha. Okay. So no baseball tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Grandma will have to watch a
I
recording.
think everybody else starts tomorrow. Get that 3-game series weekend in.
Yep. Then the fire sale should begin with the Cubs.
I hope so. I haven't heard any prospects or anything about that. So knowing the Cubs and the way they're starting to run things, especially the Ricketts, they're going to keep everybody thinking that they got a chance, and they're just going to blow it because everybody's going to re-sign with somebody else next year, and they're not going to have a damn thing to show for it.
I bet they signed 2 of them. Boris's client will be gone.
Princess Chris?
Yep, Princess Chris. I didn't really want to say that, he was an all-star.
Well, was he really?
Hey, he showed his clutch performance that we're all used to.
Oh, yeah,
Bases loaded and
3-0 pitch.
Nada.
God, you're 3-0 and you swing on a pitch that you had no business swinging at.
Yeah, that must his personal hitting coach, his dad, must have taught him that one.
Maybe. Who knows? I just hope that we could get something for him.
Yeah, but you might be right. They may just keep all of them to the end of the year and just cross their fingers, like, come sign with us.
They're not. Yeah, no, and that's the worst thing because then you're going to have nobody in the pipeline. It's going to start. You're going to be toting out a mediocre to underachieving team for the next 5 or 6 years. It's going to be like 2009 to 2013 all over again. The only thing different was that Theo Epstein signed and they made all these changes. So you knew they were going to suck for a little bit, but you also knew they were going to be really good because that farm system was going to be built up.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the farm system.
No. You got a few guys. I mean, who's the one that hit the 2 home runs in the Futures game?
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, that guy.
Yeah, and then Ed Howard, Mount Carmel prospect, he's starting to hit the ball a lot. He's starting to see the ball a lot better. He just got another home run yesterday too. So
yeah, but is he hitting or is he like Ian Happ, about 198 and
yeah, I wasn't sure
homers.
what his batting line is because he's still in A ball right now, rookie ball.
Right.
I mean, he's only 18 years old, 18 almost maybe 19. So he's still got a ways before he makes.
They'll probably throw him in a package, with one of the stars to get another guy.
Who knows?
Another what is it? Not Carlos Quintana, Jose Quintana deal.
Oh God. They were just talking about that on the score today. It was the anniversary of that trade was today or yesterday.
Oh. Well, at least Eloy's out this year.
But he might be back.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back around August, but little consolation for us.
Yeah, but they still got a lot of other guys. I mean, Dylan Cease, he's still a work in progress, but I could see him being actually a good player, which the Cubs could have had him. But no, we gave him up for a 500 pitcher at the best.
Yep, who then left to go back to Joe Madden.
I don't think he's doing too good this year either.
No, he's not.
No.
Neither is Madden.
No, he's not. It also doesn't help when you got Mike Trout out.
Yeah, but they don't have much else on the team.
Ohtani, that's about it.
Yeah, and he's not enough. They sign all these big players. They've done it for years, get all these big name players, and they just don't mesh as a team.
No, in fact, the only time they actually didn't do that was when they won the World Series in, was it 2002?
Yeah, Sosha. Why do you think Sosha left?
Yeah, Sosha did leave. Yeah, but still, it was one team that they actually gelled for the first time, and they actually did it, and then they broke it apart.
Yeah, well, at least that guy's got money to waste, right?
This is true.
So, all right, well, I guess we'll catch up next week. Until then, keep up the graphic designing.
Sounds good. Yeah, I have to. Hopefully next week we could debut the new logo for the video cast.
Cool. I haven't seen any works on that. You'll have to surprise me.
I will surprise you when everything's finished.
All right, cool. All right, okay. Have a good one.
You too. I'll talk to you.